Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, dude. And it's the same playbook. Where did we hear hundreds or thousands of canceled flights last? It was 6 years ago. So history repeats itself, we may say. What's going on, everyone? So I don't know if you heard, but Denver airport completely closed down because of an energy situation. And basically 90% of commercial airlines are going to be pretty much, the word on the street is they're all going to go bankrupt, and flying and traveling will be reserved for like the upper echelon class. This is part of the plan, of course, and also they're going to connect it to like carbon allowances, how much carbon you're allowed to emit. Alex said, "Why does the Earth feel weird today?" It's in the air, dude. It's in the air. Shout out to Shane Alexander, dude. We do have the same name. Shout out to Shane, man. You guys even spelt it right, man. Your parents spelled your name right. Shout out to Shane, man. So yeah, dude, it's in the air because uncertainty has never been higher in the world with the World War III stuff, and now every single day the Strait of Hormuz is closed. It's going to be worse and worse in the very near future. Fertilizer and fuel, not to mention sulfuric acid goes through there as well, which is what makes batteries, and natural gas goes through there, which is supposed to be what goes to Taiwan to make microchips. There's going to be a shitstorm, and we're going to have the North American Union, a one government governing North America. That's 100% going to happen. So every Canadian who's like, we'll never become a part of the States, man, which I get, they're trying to be like patriotic. It's going to happen. Canada will be an annexed territory of the United States 100%. So listen, we are streaming the other part of this shocking situation, Agenda 2030, exactly, Katie, who obviously is paying attention because too many people think they can vote their way out of this. So we are live on Rumble right now, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. We're careful with what we post here because it's very easy to get a strike if you talk about literally fluoride. So I specifically made the live channel on Rumble, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech. Come on over to do a deep dive. It's in my bio. If you click the link in my bio, you'll see the Rumble link. Click that, or go comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, and you will get the link sent directly to your DMs. I don't know about a Mero currency, but there's definitely going to be some dissolving of other currencies and emerging with other currencies as well. Like we will see some currencies drop off for sure. Okay, so we'll see you guys on Rumble. It's a link in my bio. And if you make an account, you can comment on there. But without an account, you can still watch from your browser. So you don't even need to make an account or get the app. The Rumble name, Shane. Shane, come on over to Rumble with the name Shane, dude. I will talk to you all night, bro. Type in Shane Vibes Truth or Shane Vibes Live, Shane Vibes Truth Lives, or just click the link in my bio. You'll see it there. Click my profile, click the link. You'll see the link tree, and then you'll see Rumble. All right. So I hope to see you guys all on Rumble right now because it's COVID 2.0, 100%. Okay. Boom, bang, bang. What's going on, everyone? Hold on a sec. What do we got? Okay. Just sending the link over to the live chat, or sorry, the Shane Vibes tribe. Welcome all the new people as well, like Mrs. Who is she there? White Raven. I don't know why I thought Mrs. That I'm vibrationally detecting, perhaps, of a feminine orientation. Hold on a sec. Live on Rumble now. And we also have other new people like Jay Daniels. I have not seen, have I seen Jay Daniels before? Jay Daniels, let me know if you're new, dude. Shout out to Butterdog and Frankie Cutlass. Frank, what do you look like, dude? I've seen your name so many thousands of times. Such a freaking Chad, man. You're always on the lives. I wonder what some of you guys look like, man. So send pics now. No, I'm just kidding. It's just funny. Yeah, that's the plan, dude. That's the plan. And Balbushka said he was saying one time, maybe around a year ago, how he thinks everyone eventually won't be able to fly. He thinks it started with Boeing and all the scares of air travel. Well, dude, it's funny you say that because shout out to White Raven, who is of a male orientation. I'm so sorry for assuming your gender, brother. But yeah, Boeing, I mean, the guys who make the Boeing planes wouldn't fly on them. So that says something. But I think the way they're going to push it is, this is what I was talking about today. They want to make digital ID. They want to make carbon allowances. They want to make it so that it's not free to just fly all over the place just if you have money. They want it to be to where there's like an allowance. They give you a carbon allowance, right? But there'd be pushback if they tried to mandate that from the start. Just like there'd be pushback if they tried to ban meat right now. Like, you can't ban fucking meat. Everyone would protest. There'd be a shitstorm. They would never be able to pull that off. But what if Nebraska, which produces $8 billion worth of beef a year, is having a forest fire in it right now, the size of Rhode Island, okay? And the corn and soy that feeds the cows, which is not the ideal feed, of course, but I'm just saying, that is fertilized with synthetic fertilizer that comes through the Strait of Hormuz. What if the price of actual meat skyrockets and then they give us the cheaper alternative, which is lab grown? Like, they are strategic to where they aren't going to come up to you and try to put it and punch you in the face with it. They'll like make it a thing to where you're asking for it. They make you beg for the thing they want to introduce, and then that way there's less or little to no resistance. That's the plan. They are clever, they are evil, but they are clever. Butterdog said, good thing chalk doesn't come from a farm. Dude, that's hilarious. So I was just thinking that one thing you don't need to worry about of shortages, I will say, I mean, in terms of the Strait of Hormuz, the cacao trees that the chalk heirloom cacao, which we're actually giving away on tonight's live, by the way, the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia. It comes from a certified heirloom, certified organic farm, which does not use synthetic petrochemical-y fertilizer or byproducts of petrochemicals, synthetic fertilizers. Chalk does not use, nor does the farm. And we're giving away 4 or 5 of these on tonight's live. This is the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, which is super detoxing and delicious. And it stimulates the production of new stem cells. So that repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. We know they're pumping us with microplastics. We know they're poisoning us with chemtrails and heavy metals and pesticides. We know they want your gender to be reversed because they are adding atrazine to the water, which reverses the gender of frogs. So it does seem they want guys to be less manly and girls to be less feminine. I mean, is there a plan for that? I don't know. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with whatever choices one makes, although, I mean, you can make wrong choices, of course, like in theory. But what I'm saying is these chemicals don't help. You understand? So we're giving away a couple bags of lit tonight on the live. The way the deal works, it is first come, first serve. So literally do not willy-nilly around, because I'm about to shout this out on the live again on Instagram. So there's going to be a bunch more people on. But if you go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, shout out to Michigan Mom, by the way. Michigan, yeah, Mom, who just got her chalk stock. I think she ordered last week, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Michigan Mom. Michigan, which I have such a reverence for. You could teleport me to the top of Michigan and I would feel like I'm in my home province. It's the same latitude or longitude there. So it's freaking awesome. I do love Michigan. Upstate, though, I wouldn't live. But I mean, I've never been, but I picture it by looking at it on a map. I do like the sticks. I do like the forest more. So I'd be upstate, but it's a beautiful place. So to get the free bags of lit, the way the deal works is it's first come, first serve. You go to chalk.com. Chalk ships out of Georgia. They're based in Texas. They have an all-American customer service team. And it is apparently a bunch of people are already on the site before I even mentioned that. So hold on a second. Let me double check. So you go to chalk.com, the #1 supplement for men and women, which is literally one of the top superfoods in the natural world, which I do not need to tell Michigan Mom about at all, nor Katie, actually, or Swing. You guys all know. The #1 superfood for men and women, which Genghis Khan took, Bruce Lee took, Vladimir Putin takes, and it said that even Arnold Schwarzenegger took it as well. In his biography, he wrote about it, giving him a strong vitality and muscle mass and muscle endurance and strength and vitality. So that's the hot water purified shilajit. Ours is, so it undergoes a hot water purification process, removes the heavy metals, removes the contaminants. Then it is concentrated using the sun, evaporates the water, making it a potent concentrate. The compounds in there stimulate the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. So you get literally more focus, mental clarity, memory, concentration, and cognition. Plus, for guys, it boosts testosterone. And for women, it calibrates your endocrine system. Plus, it's super pro-fertile. So that's the shilajit. The second most popular superfood for men and women at chalk.com is the organic ashwagandha, which is a hormone optimizer, a fertility booster. And we have a shitload to cover, by the way. I wanted to just say this at the beginning because yesterday we closed the deal early because so many people already, we gave away, 3 or 4 bags of the lit. So I want to get this quickly out there, and then I'm going to tell you guys about what other shocking developments happened today abroad, which is wild, and what the agenda is behind it. The ashwagandha is a fertility booster. It's a hormone optimizer. It stimulates the production of melatonin, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it's extremely pro hormone optimization. That is in the male and female stack. To get the free bags of lit powder, you got to go to choq.com, choq.com, put the male or female vitality stack in your cart, apply the discount code 26life, which gives you a lifetime 26% off discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, if you place your order and you're one of the first 4 people, you get the free $100 bag of lit included in your order automatically. You're going to freaking love it. You can eat it dry by the spoon. It is delicious. And most cacao is full of heavy metals and toxic. Instead, with the chocolate powder, you're getting heavy metal tested, certified heirloom, the original cacao, and the delicious maple sugar crystals that are in there as well, which instead of being sweetened with GMO corn. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Larry Bird. And where's Copper Rock too? I'm sure he'll be yapping soon. He cracked me up yesterday, man. We were talking about voting and if we should, if it's good, if it's bad, if it does anything. And he said we should have a vote on it. Oh yeah, summer freaking milkshakes in the chocolate milkshakes in the summer. Yes, 100%. It is built, especially you put ice, chocolate, and then like raw milk or something like that. It is delicious. Maybe a splash more of maple syrup. Okay, so a bunch of people are on the site, by the way, so quickly get your order placed. Shout out to Shane Alexander, by the way, who is completely new to the live. This is his first live ever, and he has the same name as me, so we should give him like a super warm welcome, man. Shout out to Shane. Let's see, is that going to open up? There we go. There we go, comments, boom, bang, bang. White Raven said, does anyone think that the reason Trump wants Canada so bad is because we control shipping through the Arctic, especially now the ice caps are melting and exposing more resources? White Raven, that's a very good question. You know, I don't know that the ice caps are melting. The last I heard that the northern ice sheet or something got like 1 billion more pounds of ice. So I don't know that's melting. I don't think that it's Trump that wants Canada. I think that Trump is the guy who they get to say the things that they, behind the scenes, have planned for like 60, 70 years at least. Or actually, it's longer. In the 1940s, they put together something called the North American Technate. And it was a proposed idea of ruling Greenland, Canada, America, Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, Cuba, Haiti, and Dominican, all and the whole Central America, with one governing body that is ruled by technology. So, which is strange that in the 1940s, I mean, they just barely started getting freaking electricity going in like the 20s, and all of a sudden they're thinking, let's control, like this is some George Orwell shit. So they had a plan to make all those countries governed under one governing body. And it just so happens Cuba is said to be about to be taken by America. Venezuela just did. Greenland's in the crosshairs. Canada, the joke has been for a year that we're going to be the 51st state. I think that it's fully a part of the plan that all those countries are going to be merged into it, unless there's a divine intervention or something that they didn't plan, which is a mass, you know, something we do that stops them. Like if we, as Katie suggested, stop paying taxes, that would definitely fuck up their plan, because what would they even be able to do? Like, you know, or if we all stopped watching the news. We were talking about this yesterday. It sounds hippy dippy, but imagine if everyone literally stopped watching the news. How much influence would they have over you? Not much. Tony Westbrook said he makes his daughter's hot cocoa with the lit and she loves it. Dude, Tony Westbrook, man, I didn't know you were a father too, man. Shout out to Tony, man. That's freaking awesome. Me and my daughters, we're chugging the lit, dude. We're chugging the lit. And also with maple syrup from our own backyard, which is crazy that the lit already has maple sugar crystals in it to begin with. Like, I mean, we're talking maple, man, which, by the way, I don't know if this is true, but some people say that maple syrup is actually even healthier than honey, which is crazy because apparently it's just super high concentration of these really good minerals for you. So that's an even added mineral boost to the lit powder. But anyways, it is delicious regardless. Brushka said, how long does a pack of chalk last for a dude? Well, dude, if you get the male vitality stack, that's a 30-day supply, a month supply of the daily, the Tomcat, and the ashwagandha. The Tomcat is the one that boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. So definitely recommend that one. Now, the thing is that when you get the lifetime discount applied, that is like indefinite. You're getting 26% off for life. You can modify your subscription or cancel it at any time. But keep in mind, a lot of the clinically studied benefits, you don't really want to be thinking, I mean, that's a good question. Like, how long does, you know, a bottle last? Everyone is a month supply. but you don't necessarily want to think about like rationing, because yes, it's good to have like a shilajit every couple days rather than no shilajit no days. But the clinically studied benefits are based on consistent consumption over 90 days. So you do want to get a consistent dose. Shout out to White Raven, who said, I tap my own maple trees, dude. No way, White Raven. How many buckets you got, dude? How many trees do you do? And we've had 2 runs here so far. And so I do have a shitload of sap to boil that's in the trees right now, but it was minus freaking 20 last night. So they're all rock solid in the buckets on the trees. So I'm just going to wait till it thaws a bit, dump them all out, put them in my big barrel, let them melt another couple days or a day or so. And then when they're like half melted, start boiling it, because to boil them from total frozen, like it's a bit, if there's like, I'm talking every one of my pails is completely full of sap and it is a giant ice cube. So I'm going to let that melt a bunch. Otherwise I'd be burning a lot more wood and it would take a lot longer to boil it all. And the more ice you have in your barrel, of course, the longer your sap lasts when it is above 0 for like multiple days in a row. And White Raven, 24 trees or 24 pails. Either way, you'll get a couple of friggin' jars of maple syrup that way, man. Big time. It's about portrait. Yeah, exactly. Shout out to Babushka, man. So hold on a second. Another thing, by the way, I wanted to mention, the female stack, which has the wild crafted Irish moss in it. The reason that is very unique and badass is that the Irish moss that we have is specifically wild crafted from Nova Scotia, whereas most Irish moss is farmed in the Caribbean and it's full of microplastics. Real, true, powerful Irish moss has a ton of minerals, which replaces heavy metals, detoxes the stuff out of you, and rebuilds your DNA significantly and massively. So that's one of the benefits of the Irish moss that's in the female stack. There's a bunch of people on the site right now. I'm going to shout out the live again on Instagram. So if you're on the fence, quickly get your order placed at chalk.com with the code 26life for that lifetime discount. And then you get the boom, bang, bing, free $100 bags of the chocolate. First 4 people get a bag of chocolate in their order. So let me shout out the live quick on Instagram, because I don't know if the notification went through the first time I did it, but let me just double check. So hold on a second. Oh yeah, Babushka, dude, you can go and freaking get Irish moss on Amazon, like literally a Ziploc bag of it. And it's like pennies on the dollar, but it's the Shanghai surprise, man, because none of those islands treat their gray water. So none of the islands in the Caribbean treat their gray water. So it goes right into the ocean. I saw it in Grenada when they were growing it. And all that stuff goes right into the bay where they freaking farm it, man. It is shocking. Irish moss, yeah, there's about a billion benefits that I probably can't even mention, or I'm not supposed to, because they're like, but basically it really supports your vessel, put it that way. Tony Westbrook said minus 20 wow was 96 here yesterday. Yeah, dude, we are in a different biome. That's for freaking sure, man. Shout out to Shane Alexander too. I don't know that we control the shipping over the Arctic too. Like I wonder though, White Raven. I do know that we could be shipping a lot more stuff around, but I also think it's annoying when a small country, it's like, why is Canada or Ireland competing like GDP wise with like China? It's like, dude, that's not going to make the lives, but it's not an unlimited monetary units equates like prosperity and funness of living in a nation to begin with. You know what I mean? Like for Ireland to have unlimited bajillions of people coming into the country to like increase its economy while completely lowering the quality of living for the Irish, which already had a shitstorm when they were enslaved to the crown for 800 years or 400 years rather. Or was it 800 years? Yeah, it was freaking 800 years. If anyone's Irish, tell me what happened, because that potato famine wasn't what they said. They didn't let, it wasn't that there was no potatoes. It was that the crown was like, it was kind of like what the Bolsheviks did before World War II. It was like an engineered famine. It wasn't like they ran out of potatoes. But by the way, many Irish people survived from Irish moss, actually, during that famine. But of course, many perished, and it's very unfortunate. It was a demoralization tactic because the Irish didn't want to be controlled by the crown. If you ever watched Braveheart, of course, that was Scotland, but same gist. Yeah, exactly, Matthew. They did, and that's why Northern Ireland, I don't know if many people know this, Northern Ireland is a different country than regular bottom half or bottom 2/3 of Ireland. Eh? You got to go through a border checkpoint and everything. You're basically going into the UK at that point, or rather like England. So yeah, dude, They bunged them up for sure. It kind of reminds me of well, there's a few different places where it's like a weird border checkpoint that shouldn't be, the country shouldn't be split like that. Okay, so well, from what I heard, Katie, that was what they said. What happened to the Irish was that there was a disease and all the crops died. But I just watched, in fact, I have it saved on Twitter. I should post it. An Irish girl, probably 20 some odd years old. She was like a singer and she went on like this monologue, but with the beat. So it was kind of like a song almost. And she was singing about what really happened during the potato famine, the Irish famine there. And she was saying that, no, it was totally engineered. It wasn't about potatoes running out. It was about England going around, the crown going around, like confiscating food, causing mass starvation. And then like, you know, I'm sure that happened after. Yeah, no, really. Michigan Mom, you and Katie now makes me really want to post that video and see what other Irish people think. Like, I'm sure an Irish elder will tell people about that and knows the truth about what happened. You know what I mean? So, okay, hold on a second. Remember too, the discount code 26life only works on the subscription. So make sure you're applying that on the subscription, not the one-time order, to get the free bag of lit powder. And you also save more that way than if you were doing 26% off the one-time order. It's better 26% off on the subscription anyway. And you're in full control of your subscription from the back end of the site. You can email, text, call, live chat, modify your subscription at any time, add, take away, whatever. But tonight, if you get a stack, you're getting that free lit. And someone just got a female stack, actually. Congratulations to just got the female stack at chalk.com, the Shilajit, the Ashwagandha, and the Irish Moss. You're getting the free lit powder, and they use the code properly. That means we have 3 bags left to give away. So congratulations who just got the female stack. Comment whoever got it so I can hype you up on it even more. Okay, look, let me shout out this live on Instagram real quick. Hold on. Let's see. Let me see. I gotta like whatchamacallit, I say COVID, but I spell it with like a 0 and a lowercase L to make it not like trip the system, because it used to be if you would say like COVID or whatever. Do you guys remember when on any post, if you mentioned that word, the little thing would come up on the bottom and say, for information about go to the World Health Organization, which, by the way, did you guys hear is it the United Nations or the World Health Organization? One of them is about to go bankrupt. I posted about it today. They're not getting enough donations from their member states or something, but good riddance, man, because who voted for them? It's the same thing with, the United Nations. That is a trial run for a one world government. It's one body that governs and makes policies for like 30 or 40 different countries, which none of them really voted for it. If you could take a vote now, everyone would want to get out of the United Nations. It does not benefit them at all. It's a part of the plan, 100%. Okay, shout out to everyone on Instagram here. Shout out to BZ and Sushi Plants, all you guys. So listen, this guy said fear-mongering. I'm glad he said that. Brody said, I'm fear-mongering. I got told I was fear-mongering when I said there's going to be fuel rations last week. Today, the United Kingdom is saying experts warn we will have to do fuel rations if the Strait of Hormuz closes for much longer. And gas stations are already capping the amount of fuel you can buy at a time because people were stocking up. So you can call it fear-mongering, but if you were in 2019 and a half going, damn, what if they use this schmirus to lock down the populace and freeze flights and develop all this infrastructure for tracking and tracing and all that, you would be called a fear-mongerer. So if you choose to be fearful from this information, that's your choice, but I'm not sitting here being scared. I'm just saying it's COVID 2.0. And by the way, it's Mrs. Catherine Austin Fitts, who is a former advisor for the Bush administration, is the one who came out and said she's worried about a famine of like 4 billion people because the Strait of Hormuz has is supposed to be where all the fertilizer comes through, and nothing's going through right there. And so there's already fuel restrictions and urges from the government to stay home to save fuel in Vietnam and Thailand right now. So it's only a matter of time, dude. It's going to be shock and awe. Everyone's talking about it, especially if you go on Twitter, because Instagram is like a bit of a lag between the information coming out and it ending up on Instagram. But listen, so we're doing a deep dive on this and what the real agenda is and what they're trying to pull. We're also talking about the prime minister of you know who and you know what with the AI thing. We're going to talk about all of that, but I want to be really careful on Instagram. This is why specifically we're live on Rumble right now, which is free to download, free to watch, and free speech, where I don't need to bite my tongue and I can tell you guys stuff without any code words. And I'm telling you right now, I get it if you love the quick 30-second dopamine hit from scrolling on Instagram, but if you want to see the deep dive and the full information and whatnot, we're doing that on Rumble right now. So to get there, click the link in my bio. You'll see the Rumble link. Once you click Rumble, come on over. If you make an account, you can comment. We're also doing like a bit of a Q&A there. And that's right, Piston. See, you guys know I'm not willy-nillying you here. And whoever just said, stop the scaremongering, we just covered that. It's not fearful. If you choose to be fearful, that's on you, but this is happening. So anyways, the Rumble account, Andrew, you click the link in my bio, and in the link, you'll see the Rumble channel. You click that. And yes, do not fear. That's true too. Do not fear, of course. That's actually, is that in my title tonight? No, most of my lives. No, it does. Fear not. I have that in my live title on Rumble tonight too. So fear not. Shout out to Andrew from Sudbury, but in Kitchener right now. Shout out to Andrew, dude. I could throw a friggin' baseball at the back of your friggin' house right now. Not really, but so guys, click the link in my bio. Come on over to Rumble or comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts. Exactly, Shrilly Pikir. Exactly, man. Being smart and prepared. I mean, I'm not saying I'm being smart by talking about this per se. I'm not gonna, gas myself up like that. But I mean, shit's happening. So yes, we should be aware of it. And I wish I had the foresight in 2020 when that stuff was popping off to be like, guys, this is coming around the corner. But now I know this is coming around the corner. That's why I'm warning. So, call it fear mongering. But so comment the word Rumble on my posts, not on the live on Instagram. The live on Instagram doesn't give you the automation right to your DMs. But if you comment the word Rumble on any one of my posts, you get the link, or go to the link in my bio and then you'll see the Rumble link there. Okay, so Rumble link in my bio or Rumble link if you comment Rumble on my posts. I hope to see you guys all there. There's already 100 people on almost. And we also have, again, make an account so you can comment. So we could do a Q&A over there too, because I can't answer all the questions on Instagram. All right, we'll see you guys on Rumble. See you in 2 seconds, all right? Okay, guys, these guys are all surging in right now. There's still a bunch of people on the site, by the way. So if you're on the fence, quickly get your order placed to get that free bag of lit included in your order. And I do want to make sure that whoever's on the next 3, because whoever just got the female stack, they're going to be stoked on that free lit, and we have 3 left. And we're talking about detoxing. Good. Shout out to Shane Alexander, who just turned his live notifications on. Shout out to Shane. Give him a warm welcome, everyone. He has the same name as me, so that's a synchronicity right there. And yes, we do go live daily, Shane Alexander. We do go live daily. Sometimes not Sunday, though. So here's the crazy part. There was a guy who, I don't know what kind of whistleblower this dude was, but he was at a conference. I don't know if it was the Free Your Mind conference or some type of conference, but he was talking about how, and I love how he was talking about this because not enough people discuss this. We are being sprayed by chemtrails. I'm not going to yap about chemtrails the whole time. We kind of want to be more positively speaking. We're going to get hyped up on this live, but yes, we are being sprayed with heavy metals. And my understanding is they do want the heavy metals in our system, A, because it lowers and alters our vibrational frequency, but also because those metals are conductive and they interact with the magnetic frequencies that are coming off of the cell towers. They are trying to alter they call it this. They call it remote influencing technologies. Technology that can influence your mind and your body remotely. I'm just saying, this guy said, if we're full of heavy metals and they crank up the cell towers, it is like putting tinfoil in a microwave. And he said it should be everyone's main priority to be detoxing the heavy metals. So I took that, when I heard that that was like 2023, I saw that video, but it was 2016 that I was watching videos of whistleblowers and scientists, namely Harold Kautzvella, who was saying there's nanobots in the chemtrails, they're self-assimilating, so they build themselves inside of you, and that they're going to use the cell towers in conjunction with it to make an artificial synthetic nervous system in us and try to complete the transhuman agenda, putting chips in us, merging us with machine, cyborg-wise, like cyborg style, dude. So all I know is being of sound mind, sound body, and detoxing the metals today, I am fully a believer in the fact that we should be detoxing the shit out of us right now. That's why we're talking about the Shilajit. That's why we're talking about the chocolate powder, which we have 3 left. And whoever's on the site right now, make sure you place your order with that code 26life ASAP so you get the free lit. So for everyone else who's joining, so the fear-mongering thing, just to quickly address that one more time. The only people, and I understand most of you guys know this, the only people who say this is fear-mongering are someone who is fearful about the information. Like, I'm not going live saying they're about to drop a nuke on New York City because nukes are fake. But I'm not saying some horrible thing is about to happen without any evidence or information behind it. A week and a half ago, we were talking about potential energy lockdowns. As soon as the Strait of Hormuz was closed, what is that going to cause? Oil shortages, oil price increases, oil's already surged. Lockdowns, climate lockdowns. It's going to be first energy lockdowns. But you know what happened during do you know what happened during COVID, during the lockdowns, when there was less people in like Venice or something? The river systems throughout Venice and other places around the world, because there was less traffic, literally became like super clear. And then like dolphins or something were swimming around where they'd never been seen before in most people's lives. And they were like, wow, like the world, like the environment, like gets to take a break and like to recover during this crisis. Like it's great for the whatever fucking climate or whatever they're saying. I think they're probably going to, so first it's fuel shortages, then it's fuel rations, then it's like energy lockdowns, use less mandatorily, do not use more fuel, whatever. And then it'll be like, wow, we actually just achieved our carbon goals by locking this down. Let's make a new system to save the climate that's based on your fuel consumption, and we'll make this like into stone. I think that's probably an element, something they're going to try. Now, keep in mind, all this is them trying to pull the wool over our eyes and keep us in a state of fear. So my intention to talk about this stuff is not to have someone sitting there like worried about the Illuminati. Like that is not, like you should not feel that way. But I also know when me and my younger brother were talking about this in 2013, when we first heard about like the Rothschilds, the Illuminati, it was like, whoa, like they're controlling everything and they're trying to like kill us. This was our young understanding, not understanding that that's not necessarily the case. Like they don't necessarily want you. I mean, there is a depopulation agenda, but it's like covert, right? Like it's like chemicals in the food and water supply, stuff that's gimping your system and lowering your frequency and lowering your fertility. It's like a long play, right? Covert, so unseen. You don't see fluoride. You don't see trace contraceptives in the water supply. You don't see atrazine that reverses the gender of frogs, but it's in there. So before we get into, this guy asked a good question. Gotham saying, did any other countries doing lockdowns right now? Yes. But 1 second. So hold on. I mentioned just before I shut it out the live on Instagram, on tonight's live, we are giving away 3 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chalk lit powder, which chalk is based in the United States. They ship out of Georgia. They're founded in Texas, and they have an all-American customer service team. This stuff stimulates stem cell production. It's super detoxifying. It boosts your gut microbiome massively, and it's delicious. And it's a $100 value. We're giving away 3 more of these on tonight's live. The way the deal works, it's first come, first serve. I just put the link in the chat, which I do recommend. If you're about detoxing and boosting your vitality and your frequency and your brain function and getting all these crazy chemicals out of you, you should have chalk.com like literally bookmarked on your computer. Only because, for one, that's what I do. That's where my regiment is that I take to detox the stuff and boost fertility and boost testosterone levels. And for women, your endocrine system and your brain function. That's where you can find a ton of superfoods. And so tonight, to get the 3 bags of lit powder, the number 1 superfood for men and women, I'm going to answer Shane Alexander his 2 questions, flat earth and pH. I'm going to tell you that in 2 seconds. The Shilajit is a number 1 supplement for men and women at chalk.com. It's a fertility booster. It optimizes your endocrine system. For men, it boosts total testosterone 21% in 90 days. It's clinically studied. It also stimulates the production of new brain cells, which is called neurogenesis. So you get way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. Bruce Lee, Genghis Khan, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Vladimir Putin were all taking Shilajit or have taken Shilajit, and they mention it in their biographies. The reason I say Putin is because the Russian military secretly studied Shilajit for like 40 years. So it's totally a real thing that is extremely good for you. And again, ours is clinically studied. Now, the second superfood that is most popular for men and women is the certified organic ashwagandha. which again is a hormone optimizer. It's pro-fertile. It stimulates the production of melatonin, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. And it's extremely good for mood and focus and a healthy stress response. So if you're taking that, you get a way better sleep. We know that Wi-Fi, cell towers, and smart meters disrupt melatonin production because it tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime. The frequencies from the towers and Wi-Fi disrupt the melatonin production in your brain by disrupting your pineal gland. That's been proven. It's 100% true. The same way Wi-Fi disrupts the germination of seeds. If you try to germinate seeds, it fucks it all up. The Wi-Fi is shit for you. It fries your DNA. So that's why I take the Shilajit. It's a DNA thing. Now, to get the free bags of lit powder, this is the way the deal works. First come, first serve. Go to chalk.com. Put the male Vitality Stack or the female Vitality Stack in your cart. Apply the discount code 26LIFE, 26LIFE. You get a 26% off lifetime discount on the subscription, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And automatically, you're going to get the free $100 bag of chocolate powder included in your order. You're not going to see it on your order form, but it's going to be put in your box when it's packed up. Shane asked about flat Earth. Yes, it's flat. It's 6,000 years old. Jesus is real. We were created. Evolution is fake. Pangea is fake. Planets are fake. Space is fake. It's an enclosed system. I know that's shocking, but it is 100% true. I'm telling you guys right now, it's not billions of years old. Dinosaurs were dragons, and everything we've been told is a lie. But what is true is we're in a closed loop, the closed system, rather. It was created. It definitely was not an accident from a Big Bang. That is actually more of a stretch. If you look at the mathematical probabilities of, for example, you'd never look at a car and think that billions of years of wind blowing materials around built the components, built the car. But you look at a human body with 50 trillion cells, and somehow these top scientists, people, think that that could be a result of a random chance. So ridiculous, shocking, strange. You gotta, so that's a few truths for you. It is only 6,000 or so years old, give or take like 30, 40 years, somewhere around there. And it's definitely flat. We're not on a spinning ball 100%. And so now the other question Shane asked, get this. This is a great question. And if you're on the site, listen to this. He said, are pH levels important? So here's the truth. Alkaline water, alkaline food is a scam, is fake, is strange. Shout out to Nix. This is the way it works. Every single organ in your body functions at a different optimal pH. Every different organ has a different optimally functioning pH. Functionally optimal, optimally functioning, okay, pH. Alkaline foods or alkaline waters do not make your body alkaline. Alkaline water dilutes your stomach acid, which is supposed to be what helps you digest food and assimilate nutrients. What optimizes the pH of all of your organs are minerals. Minerals ignite every biological process in the body. They repair your DNA and they build your DNA. And they are what optimize the pH of all your different organs. If your body was to become fully alkaline, you would die. If various organs, which are at a slightly acidic pH, were all of a sudden alkaline, you would die. Same thing with the slightly alkaline pH organs. If they were slightly acidic, they die. So what calibrates all that, what makes it all function properly is minerals, not foods. Like, think about it. A lemon is acidic, but it's alkalizing to the body. It's good for the body. Drano, drain cleaner, super alkaline. It will kill you. So it's not about alkaline versus acidity. It's minerals. And speaking of, this is part of the plan with spraying synthetic fertilizers and synthetic pesticides all over everything, is that it disrupts the soil, which makes it so the food cannot assimilate nutrients from the soil. There's a whole thing about bacteria in the soil that's supposed to make minerals bioavailable to the plants. If you're not getting, and none of us really are, food grown in soil that is totally undisturbed, no till farming, no synthetic fertilizers, no pesticides, which is rare, it's not commercially produced, then you're not getting the full matrix of minerals, which is supposed to bind to free radicals and excrete it out of the body and excrete heavy metals out of the body. So if you're taking the male or female vitality stack at chalk.com, you're getting the Shilajit and or the Irish moss, which has the full matrix of minerals in their bioavailable form. And then, of course, tonight, if you're one of the next 3 people who get a male or female vitality stack at chalk.com with the code 26LIFE, you get that 26% off lifetime discount, which you can cancel or modify at any time. And you're going to get the free $100 bag of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia included in your order automatically. And there's 3 left, and there's a bunch of people on the site right now, by the way. The best water is spring water straight from the earth. Yes, Maggie. Also, a real spring that comes from deep earth is unaffected and untainted by chemtrails because it's coming from the primary water cycle. So, yes, spring water is the best. Second best would be, if you're in a city and you can't get to a spring, would be alkaline, or sorry, not alkaline, reverse osmosis or distilled. But if you drink reverse osmosis or distilled, that stuff, it's called dead water. It has no bioavailable minerals in it, and its molecular structure is not optimal. That will actually pull minerals out of you, which is unfortunate. So you do want to make sure that living water, exactly, Deep Blue Realm. Shout out to all the new people on here, by the way, including Shane Alexander. Oh, he said his wife is looking at chalk.com and she's putting together a cart right now. Shout out to Shane Alexander. Dude, I will hook you and your wife up with the free lit, the male and female stack. If you guys get a double, that's freaking wild. We probably would throw in 2 lits if you got both. But keep in mind, Shane, it's great talking to someone named Shane, man. I only know one other Shane. And me and him were the 2 Canadian guys in Grenada for 3 months of the whole island. And it was like, you guys both have the name Shane. So I went by my middle name and he went by Shane because I was there second. He was there first, so he got the pick. Anyway, Shane, the Tomcat Ali, which is in the male vitality stack, Neil deGrasse Tyson is an asshat. Yes, that's right. The Tomcat in there boosts free testosterone 87% in 21 days. And it boosts sperm count and sperm motility massively. The Shilajit in the female stack calibrates her hormones, Mrs. Alexander's hormones. And it's extremely powerful for stimulating the production of new brain cells. So you get way better, sharper memory, concentration, and focus. So, dude, you guys will love it. And then you're going to love enjoying the bags of chocolate powder. If you guys don't, you do have kids. I can't remember if you just said that. No, that was Tony Westbrook. We love, the whole fam jam over here loves the lit powder, dude. You can eat it dry by the spoon. And the fact that it stimulates stem cell production is wild. So the lit boosts stem cells, which repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. The Shilajit boosts new brain cells, which increases memory, cognition, and focus. We're talking about increasing vitality here, 100%. Gotham said, any updates on the medical beds and when they will be rolling out? Dude, I have no idea. Med beds, like, fuck, man, I don't know. When are they going to roll out med beds? You guys have seen the movie Elysium, where the guys go and they get their body scanned and then it like cures them of cancer if they're laying in that bed and it like frequency, turns off the cancer cells? Those exist. Yeah, Elysium. There we go. Ish, dude, ish. Come on, man. I don't know. I didn't hear any updates about med beds, dude. No, Shane Alexander, that's the thing. You got to have kids because that will, you're raising the next generation. Like, imagine if you sit there with your wife and then all of a sudden you guys are, well, I'm not like passing any judgment, but I do think the best thing you could possibly do in your literal life is to have a mini you running around, dude. You think you love your pets? Wait till you have a freaking child in your hands, dude. It is built different. He said, what about hydrogen water? My wife says there's something in the supermarket called hydrogen water. Sounds scary to see that on the shelf at a grocery store. Honestly, dude, from my water research, which is limited but also extensive in some ways, I would be thinking that to not worry about the need for buying hydrogen water. I've never bought it. I would never buy it. I go to a spring. Hydrogen, like, I know apparently there's some benefits. You're paying a premium. Like, get a freaking reverse osmosis or go to findaspring.org and locate a physical spring near you and fill up there. That's what I would do. Whereabouts are you, Shane Alexander? By the way, guys, it's super fast shipping from Chalk as well. It's they ship out of Georgia. So boom, bang, bing, all of a sudden, it's going to be right at your freaking front door. Wow, shout out to Gotham's Night dropping freaking crazy, impeccable knowledge, man. Shout out to Swing for always reminding the audience. I love that you had an experience with that, man, because you know what you're talking about. Frankie said med beds are coming soon. It will be mainstream eventually. Oh, yeah. When when everything that is when the evil is purged, because I mean, I don't think Big Pharma really wants med beds floating around out there, people jumping in them and being, cured that way, right? It's just shocking, man, for sure. Hold on a second. God commanded to be fruitful and multiply. That's right. That is right. Gotham's Knight. I think he said that too because what happens when you have children is that you really, really have skin in the game at that point. So I think that's why he said that, because it's so life-changing, Shane said he's on his farm in central New Jersey. Dude, you must be near a spring, bro. Go to findaspring.com after the live and locate a physical spring near you. Okay, hold on. Someone just got a male vitality stack going to Canada. Shout out to who just got a male stack shipped to Canada. No, there shouldn't be any. I don't know about any tariffs. I don't think there's any tariffs, White Raven. Shout out to who just got a mail stack from Canada to the once great white north, but it will be great again. I'm sure of it. The spirit of Canada, we got to bring it back to the way it was, dude. Holy crap. It's getting a little bit crazy. The mail stack, which has the daily in it, boosting total testosterone 21% in 90 days, plus sperm count and sperm motility. I do recommend, though, Shane, both of you and your wife, in general, they call it conscious conception, and or also do some good detoxes before you decide to conceive, man. And also, it is ideal to watch out and perhaps not be on birth control. I don't know that she is or not, of course, but birth control, you got to watch out. I saw a post and it was like, when you realize that your girlfriend who's on birth control, and the study came out that girls on birth control are more attracted to less masculine men. It's not an end-all, be-all guaranteed thing, but it is. There's a study on that, which is wild. I know, Maggie, it is the dream, and then get a well, and then they can't really mess with you if you have your own animals that are, keeping going, But no, White Raven, I don't think there's any tariffs. Just make sure that you do not pay full price when that discount's going, the 26% off for life. We have 3 bags left. I'm holding a slot for Shane because he has the same name as me. And someone just got a male stack, and someone before that got a female stack. So we have 3 bags left. 1 is reserved. And so if you're on the fence, you want to try the free lit, man. Chalk usually doesn't do a freebie and a discount like that either. So it is kind of a rare situation. And again, with finding out what happens when the pesticides, like no one has done a study barely at all on what happens if you're exposed to fluoride, microplastics, heavy metals, pesticides, birth control, chemtrail, dust, whatever that shit is. You know what I mean? No one has really done a study on what happens to that all in conjunction. And I can tell you that when you detox, this is how it was explained to me, and I felt the same way. It feels like you're coming out of a drug-induced state because a lot of these things may actually quite be like a drug effect on the body, dude. Like fluoride numbing you like that, and then all of a sudden you come out of that state sharp as a friggin' tack, and you realize what they took from you by pumping this stuff into our water supply. Wow, shout out to M, who just got the male and female stack. Wow, congratulations to M, who's getting the free lit powder. This is her first time I've ever seen her on the live, by the way. Shout out to M. I wonder if I've seen you. Tell me how new you are to me or to Rumble, M. That is very curious. Shout out to M, a male and female stack. That sounds like what Shane Alexander's about to do. He's talking to him and his wife are on the site right now. Oh, and he says his wife is holistically driven, completely natural in everything she does. Wow. So she was probably like, I know, man. Don't worry, I'm not taking birth control when I said that. Shout out to your wife, man, Shane. That's freaking awesome, dude. Yeah, mine too. I mean, dude, what are we talking about here? Are we putting on perfumes and synthetic fragrances? I love that this information has gotten out too because it's just a vibe, man. He said he's trying to apply the code 26Life. I don't see the discount. Explain exactly what to do here at checkout. Much appreciated. Shout out to Shane, man. So if you're on the site, you are at the male or female vitality stack or both subscription to your cart, not the one-time order. The discount code 26Life only works on subscriptions. So you do want to make sure you apply that on the subscription. That way it works. Then you don't no capital, doesn't matter about capital or lowercase nicks. Thank you though, dude. So apply that to the subscriptions, not the one-time orders, and then you'll see it on your cart. 26% off gets wiped off the total. And then keep in mind, you're not going to see the free lit like on your order form, but it's being physically placed into your box with the usage of that coupon code. So everyone at Chalk right now knows anyone who orders during the live with the code gets the free lit. That's how it works. Shout out to Shane, man. And yeah, bless your relationships, Isaiah. Like, dude, Isaiah is a positive freaking guy, man. Like, that guy has not said a single willy-nilly thing, and neither has Nick's. And Shane is so new here that he also hasn't. Inferring that like the longer he'd be here, that he might say something crazy. No, shout out to Shane, man, and his wife. I'm sure we could have a freaking podcast right now, man. Me, you, your wife. We could discuss. She's probably going to tell us about sourdough, the truth about chlorine and how toxic it is. The situation with all of her friends who probably are still taking birth control. Maybe not. I mean, no, probably not. Because when you get that holistically driven, you do shed your old skin, which may include skin of being friends with other friends who are not on the same wavelength. And you just kind of, not rudely, but get them, say, just you change your hangout group. You know what I'm saying? Birthday is tomorrow. Dude, March 19th is a gift. That's freaking awesome, Shane. It's his birthday tomorrow. And for his birthday, he's getting, well, he's doing something crazy, actually. Because the way I heard it, and your wife, actually, you probably know about this. She may have heard about it. Apparently, this is like esoteric, but they say that when you upgrade your DNA, you upgrade the DNA 7 generations back and 7 generations forward. Because time doesn't quite exist. Everything is only really in the present. Anyway, it's an interesting concept. I'm sure that's probably true. Yeah, Nix. Shout out to Nix, man. I'm going to hold a slot for Shane. I still am holding it, rather. Happy birthday, Shane, ... Alexander. That's funny, Sonny. And shout out to Sonny for creating that flag. Do you guys know that Sonny, in the chat, you're looking at her username right now. In 1968 or 9, she designed, in 11th grade, the Orange County flag in California that's there right now. Did you know that? That is freaking awesome, Sonny. Everyone give Sonny a round of applause for being an artist and for being a freaking a library, man. And the fluoride didn't work on her. The fluoride did not work on her. Some people say, like, it's interesting because every generation has sleeping sheep and people who are awake. I guess, what's the percentage of awake people in each decade? Like, okay, 10-year-olds, they don't quite know much yet, but they like are intuitively aware. But if you fax them and, freaking give them a bunch of fluoride, like, 20s, a lot of 20-year-olds are upside down, don't know what's going on, have no clue what the hell's going on. They're wrapped up in all kinds of distractions. 30s start getting smarter, wondering what's going on, or you get dumber, depending on what you do in your spare time and your time in the day, etc. Then, so anyway, each generation, I wonder which generation or which decade of people right now is the highest percentage of aware people. Well, actually, I guess I could probably tell you right now. If I go to my people who follow me on Instagram, and if I go to like new followers? No, just like regular. I bet you the age group is like, where's the age here? Yeah, 20. Oh, no. 35 to 44, 35 years old to 44 years old is the bulk of my followers on Instagram. So that to me is like a decent sample size. People 35 to 44 years old are the most aware in today's world, likely, comparative to other age groups. So that means Sunny is a minority because she was in 11th grade in 1968. So she really is an anomaly. Shout out to Sunny. Jackson Rizzo said he's 20. What's the percent there? That was next. That was right below. It was 20. Let me see, actually. It was 20 something to here, 25 to 34 is the next biggest percent. And then the third biggest percent is 45 to 54. The one of the lowest percentages actually is 18 to 24. So a lot of 18 to 24-year-olds right now are just scrolling on TikTok, willy-nillying around, not knowing what's going on. But of course, there's anomalies. But, they all have the potential to become aware. And that doesn't just mean know about conspiracies. It's like, what are we really up to? What's going on? Are we engaging in sin? Are we, perpetuating distractions and living righteously, rather than partying and YOLOing? Like, dude, I see some of these videos of like massive public parties and gatherings, and I understand stuff is fun and whatnot, but there's a lot of people out there who, let's just say, have a ways to go in their awareness, put it that way. I followed in my 20s, but mostly paid attention in my 30s. Shout out to Nick's, man, who's in his 30s too, man. Everyone comment your age quick. White Raven is 58. Shout out to White Raven, 58. So you're the same age as, you got a couple years underneath my dad. It's a different generation, man, 58. So you're the 70s, eh? Nice, man. No, hold on. Yeah. Late 60s. Okay, hold on a second. I'm going to shout the live out on Instagram right now. Again, if you're on the fence or you're on the site, a bunch of new people are about to join the live, and I'm going to eventually, we're probably going to give away the last 2 bags of the chocolate powder. So if you're on the fence, quickly place your order with the code 26life, male or female or both Vitality Stacks. Apply the discount on the subscription, and you're going to get the free lit included. But for now, I'm going to shout out the live on Instagram again to let everyone know we're here and discussing stuff that, sometimes I go live and I'm like, hopefully that show was all right. But I also, at the end of the day, kind of think like, I guess technically there's not a ton of lives out there with this same vibration. Like, it is unique. So that's not a pride thing. I'm just like logically thinking here. Like, we do have a unique thing going on over here. You know what I mean? 1979. Wow, Frankie and Matthew are freaking year brothers, man. Born in the same year, 79, man. I was 95, so how do you think I feel, dude? Wow, White Raven, you're ahead of the curve there, man, for sure. And anyone born after 2000, that's crazy, man. Don't be on the fence. The devil owns it. Shout out to Cliff Diver, man. Okay, hold on. Let me, what would really fearmonger people so that they click it and then I tell them to fear not? Nuclear detonation, detonating now across all nations. No, I'm just kidding. I can make nuke jokes because I know nukes are fake. So you guys know that, eh? We'll do a full ass deep dive on nukes. I promise you, do not worry about a nuclear bomb. Just, I know, depending on what age we're at here, because I noticed, I'm talking to even my brother, a couple years older than me. He does have a different, like a micro version of boomer mentality. And I say that with utmost respect. Like anyone who, fucking boomers, like, listen, what's it say? Before you point out the stick in my eye or the twig in my eye, first take the log out of your own eye. Anyone sitting there, fucking boomers, they did this, that, and that. You got your own problems that the boomers didn't cause, that you got to focus on and figure out. If everyone did that, then there's not boomers blaming this. There's not young people blaming boomers. It's stupid to blame anyone. Our parents are boomers. We wouldn't be here without them. So have some freaking couth, okay? But my point is that literally do not worry about nukes. They are fake. And I'll tell you more about that, but keep an open mind. If you believe the other stuff that we're talking about here, I'm telling you, don't worry about nukes. Let's see. Hold on. Nukes are 100% fake. Worry not. Join now. Let's see if that gets people clicking. I bet you less people will click if I say nukes are fake than if I said nukes are about to detonate. You know, like more people like, what? Whereas like nukes are fake, it's like, well, we'll see though. Yes, Eagle Eye, 2008. I got to rewatch that movie. Same with Minority Report. I got to check that one out too. What's going on, everyone? So this may be mind-blowing or new information for some of you, but whatever's coming around the corner, because I guarantee, as you know, why are we in Iran? Why are we going to Iran? Why is Iran getting taken over? Because they have nukes. But are nukes real? You may be thinking, why would you possibly ever think they're not? I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now, nukes are not what you think. And if you haven't watched a 7-hour documentary on it, like I have, with whistleblowers, insiders, ex-military guys, veterans, I promise you, there's another side to this story. No, Canada's not in Iran. That's why I kind of like, man, I said we are in Iran. Like Canada's not in Iran yet, but apparently, holy shit. Actually, listen. That's a good question. See, look what this guy's asking. NCWGR said, if nukes are fake, why doesn't Israel invade Russia, or why don't Israel? They're fake. I'll tell you all about it. So listen, this is a censorable subject. I want to be very careful. I'll tell you the name of the documentary. This guy's saying mushrooms. Like, don't worry about that, dude. We are live right now on Rumble discussing this in full detail. If you want to tune in, click the link in my bio and come to Rumble now. All you got to do is click the link. You'll see Rumble. My profile will pop up. Come watch. We're talking about nukes, how you don't need to worry about them, but you may need to be concerned about what's coming around the corner with energy lockdowns, fuel rationing, and more. I blocked him, Fred. Thank you, Fred. I already blocked that guy. So come to Rumble. We already got 70 people on. It's also like a completely, it is a vibe over there, dude. Free speech and the most woke, most awake, not woke people from Instagram are on Rumble. It kind of is your vibe if you're into this stuff. Just saying. And we got people from all over the freaking world, dude. Mostly I would say that Rumble is probably 70% from the US, which I love America. I do love America more than many Americans, I will say. And I know that sounds, but I love what you guys got going on. You got to maintain it. Canada too. I know we're up shit creek without a paddle. We'll figure it out. But anyways, we'll see you guys on Rumble. Yes, it's free. And if you make an account there, which is free also, you can comment. Okay, so I hope to see you guys on Rumble. It's at the link in my bio. And be careful saying nukes are fake, but they really are fake. So what's going on, everyone? Yes. I've never heard of that, Nix. I'm not so sure about that, man. Is that true? I've never heard of that, dude. Firebombs. Yes, that's right. Yo, Shane, ask the live chat if there's anything else they can do for you, dude, on the site. Take a shot in the dark, dude. Shane, say something on the live chat on the site about, is there any other thing that can be done in that regards? I'm like 99% sure they will hook you up, dude. Just saying. But I will hold this lock for you anyway to get the freebie. But ask the live chat, dude. So everyone who's joining now, listen, there's questions about Chernobyl. There's questions about radiation. Heat is radiation. Nuclear bombs. It's a big bomb. It does emit a lot of heat. Is there radioactive elements from it? We're going to discuss. Who's the guy who held, the nuclear material in his hand and like licked it and rubbed his hands in it and ate with his hands? He never got sick. And it proved that something else was going on about, well, that might have actually been, that definitely wasn't mercury. No, it was uranium or something. Do you guys remember what I'm talking about? Someone remind me what the name of that guy was, because you guys got to check this out. But listen, nukes are fake. If you go and rewatch the videos that they showed us of nuclear bombs, it literally is like moon landing style Hollywood. One of the things that was mentioned in this documentary is they would get 2 different units when they were testing nukes. By the way, shouldn't like all of the United States be nuclear contaminated if they detonated hundreds of nukes while they were testing them in like Nevada and shit? It's fake. They would stack like thousands and thousands of pounds of TNT on 2 different islands. No, Shane, I mean on the Chalk live chat, inquire about anything that can be done about your order. That's what I mean. and then I'll be standing by here to see what goes on. But just go on the live chat and say, hey, can you guys, take a shot in the dark, like I said, about your deal. Shout out to Swing, who's dialed, man. So listen, they would get, when they were testing nukes, they would get 2 different boats or 2 different islands or whatever, stack them with TNT, and each unit, they would say the same thing to them. Hey, the other unit is stacking TNT, or the other unit is putting the nuke. We're stacking the TNT. When these bombs detonate, so we're testing the difference. When these bombs detonate, don't look at them. They can blind you. And they told both of the units of these testing nuclear bomb units to not look at the bomb when it blew up. Mushroom clouds are associated with nukes. That's just from a lot of TNT. Disperses the air, makes some humidity and all that. And furthermore, Hiroshima and Nagasaki were 100% firebombed. 100% firebombed, not nuclear bombed. Also, there's no fallout, no radiation left over, and they've rebuilt those cities. And it also is crazy that Hiroshima and Nagasaki are cleaner and better to live in than many, many, many cities around the world that have never been firebombed. I could think of a few. So the Japanese people are giga chads, but they are becoming a bit too into anime and all this weird shit. But the spirit of the samurai is in them, and it will wake up one day, 100%. This is also why the Illuminati wants to sink Japan. One of their prophecies, the things they want to do is apparently sink Japan into the bottom of the fucking ocean. They don't like Japan. I don't know if it's because, well, I can think of a few reasons why they wouldn't, but Swing from them's like, yes, exactly, Butterdog, that's true. So, yeah, Fukushima was supposed to pollute the shit out of the ocean. The ocean's fine, or at least it's not nuclearly affected. Nuclear reactors. It's not nuclear. They're boiling water, and steam is coming out at the top of it. That's it. No radioactive waste. The Simpsons helped program us into thinking nuclear radioactive waste. And anyway, you got to watch the documentary. I watched it like 3 years ago. Watched it a little bit here and there since then. I can tell you there is something to nukes not existing, and then once you fathom that, you start going, damn, they really talk about nukes a lot, and that's the justification for going to a shitload of countries to bomb them and stop them from making nukes. It's a red herring, dude. And so the documentary is called, actually, someone post the link. Was it you, Swing? Someone post the link. It's called Nuclear Weapons Don't Exist, Here's the Truth, or something, and it's on BitChute. One of you guys has it, and you posted it yesterday. Chernobyl is addressed in the documentary, but I forget what it says about Chernobyl. That might have been just like chemical contamination from what they sprayed on the fire inside the reactor that like got dispersed all over the place. But we've had like a million movies fear-mongering us about nukes as well. So you start to picture, if nukes are fake, that's like up there with the moon landing, with space, with planets, which are all fake as well, right? So I'm telling you, I know more is fake than we may think. So hold on a second. That is going to be the justification to stir up this shitstorm over the Middle East, which is supposed to boil over. It's supposed to become a global conflict. Climate lockdowns, energy lockdowns, fuel shortages, fertilizer shortages. They're trying to keep us scared. A new age is coming upon us because all of us are waking up. You got to admit, your news feed on Instagram is pretty wild right now. People are definitely waking up. They need to pull that back, reel it back, and get us fearful again. This is part of the reason we do the live, so people can have a bit more clarity on what's going on. And also, I think you can vibrationally detect my frequency, which is that, do I seem fearful? No. Am I scared about this shit? No. Is some of it rationally concernable? Yes. Do I think it's more important than ever before to be of sound mind and sound body during this pinnacle moment in human history with the deception and all the crazy shit that's going on? Yes. So what I wanted to mention before we talk about what countries are locking down and having fuel restrictions right now, which is absolutely freaking wild, we are giving away 2 more bags to help people detox and increase their brain function and decalcify their pineal gland. Shout out to Stop Satan. We are giving away 2 more bags of the organic heirloom cacao from Bolivia, the chocolate powder, which is certified organic, certified heirloom cacao from Bolivia, massively stimulates stem cell production, which repairs damaged tissue and damaged cells. It's a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. And it also is extremely good for your gut microbiome. You will feel like $1,000,000 taking this stuff. It's you think of chocolate as like a treat or like a cheat meal. It's vibrational, dude. You will freaking love the chocolate powder. Now, the way the deal works, it's first come, first serve, and this is the last call on the live to get the free lit included in your order. You go to chalk.com, which is based in the United States. They ship out of Georgia. They're founded in Texas. They have an all-American customer service team, and they have over 5,000 third-party verified 5-star reviews on Trustpilot, which is the leading third-party verified review website on the internet. And the way to get the free lit is this. Number one supplement, it's first come, first serve, so make sure you click the link. The number one supplement for men and women is the hot water purified Shilajit, which is a hormone optimizer. It's a fertility booster. It massively increases the production of new brain cells, so you have way sharper memory, concentration, and focus while you're taking it. It calibrates your endocrine system. It also has carbon 60 in it, or C60, which lengthens telomeres, literally has anti-aging effects. You're going to feel like $1,000,000 taking the purified Shilajit. The second most popular and potent superfood at chalk.com for men and women is this certified organic ashwagandha, which again, pro-fertile, hormone optimizer, and it massively increases melatonin production, so you get 1,000 times better sleep while you're taking it. Ashwagandha is a total game changer. I do love it. You will feel like $1,000,000. So the way the deal works to get the free lit, go to chalk.com, CHOQ.com, be one of the first few people because it's first come, first serve. Put the male vitality stack or the female vitality stack into your cart, which are two different combos of superfoods for men and women. Apply the discount code 26life on your subscription, 26% off for life on your subscription. And automatically, if you place your order on the live, you're getting the free $100 bag of lit powder included in your order for free. You're not going to see it on your order form, but it's going to be packed up with your order when it's put together, and then it's going to be shipped to your door. Again, ships out of Georgia, and they do have like top-notch customer service, by the way. Last I checked, Non-Toxic in the chat was getting hit up about how his experience went before it even delivered to his house. So shout out to Non-Toxic, man, who's loving his chalk, and all of us who are choosing to detox the heavy metals, microplastics, pesticides, nanobots, GMOs. I could be a GMO exposer, man. Like, I could make a whole page just roasting GMOs, because I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this for certain. I know there's so much going on right now. There's fucking alien adventures. People are seeing UFOs in the sky. There's comets that are moving shape. Did you see what happened in Texas? A comet was flying, and then it moved back, and then it turned around and went the other way. Weird shit in the sky, 4 different continents. People are posting videos of crazy comets and meteorites in the sky. They're prepping us for Project Bluebeam. All this breaking news is coming out. And I know that it can feel a little bit strange to be like, oh, GMOs, like we heard about this. But if you do whittle down the rabbit hole of genetically modified food, you will be not horrified, because that's fear, but you will be like significantly shocked that how devious and insidious their plans really are with the genetically modified foods, and how opposite it is from what they say GMOs are for. To feed the world, to make plants that are more resistant to diseases. And instead, that is absolutely 100% not the case. It's about, some people think it's the opposite. Instead of reducing diseases in plants, it increases, you know what's in people. Like, we're talking, look what happened to the rats that were consuming glyphosate. In 3 generations, a microdose of glyphosate resulted in rats being sterilized, infertile, low testosterone, and riddled with tumors. That happened to rats. Now, the GMOs, it's an evil company, put it that way. But that's the stuff we may have been exposed to growing up, unfortunately. And the thing is that if you're not taking action to restore and rejuvenate your DNA, then it likely is kind of being bombarded right now. If it's not the cell towers, the Wi-Fi, the frequencies, the fluoride, all this stuff, it is part of a spiritual war, a chemical assault, a food assault on humanity, which is why it's imperative to be detoxing and rejuvenating your system naturally. Which, by the way, in both the male and female stack, you have the purified Shilajit in there, which rebuilds your DNA and supports healthy detoxification. It also binds to free radicals and excretes it out of the body. So you do feel like $1,000,000 while you're taking it. It does feel like you came out of a whatchamacallit, a drug-induced state from all the fluoride and all the stuff. It does make you feel strange. And when you get it out of you, all of a sudden it feels like a weight has been lifted out of your mind, man. Like it is a vibrational thing. Truth Mystery is a 4th-generation farmer. He knows all about genetic engineering. Shout out to Truth Mystery, man. Which obviously he knows the difference between whatchamacallit, hybridized and crossbred foods products versus actual genetic modification. And there's a bunch of people on the site right now, by the way. This is basically the last call to get your free bags of lip powder. We have 2 left to give away. Chalk.com is the site, and the discount code is 26life. If you're serious about calibrating your endocrine system, boosting your fertility, and increasing your brain function, it's your one-stop shop. And you're getting a massive discount on it, plus the $100 bags of the lip powder. You're good, Shane, dude. I'll hold this lot for you like indefinitely, man, because you have the same name and you're chill and you came all the way over to Rumble. I'm gonna make sure you get hooked up, man, no matter what. So just DM me, man. What's up with the stuff in Ohio? What was it in Ohio again? I don't know. What's the breaking, shocking news in Ohio? I forget about what's going on in Ohio right now. Was it that train that got derailed in Palestine, East Palestine, Ohio? It's crazy that happened during like some shit was kicking off in actual Palestine, and then East Palestine had a big oil spill. I wonder if that was like a symbology thing or something. See, that was more unfortunate than a nuclear bomb for the chemicals that put in the soil. Hopefully that quickly dissipates and everything. But that was polyvinyl chloride, if I remember correctly, which is PVC pipes. Did you know, this is how devious it is. Listen to this. So polyvinyl chloride, PVC pipes. The same time they started pushing for PVC pipes and they changed the building code to no longer have copper pipes is when they started adding fluoride to the water. And copper is said to neutralize a certain percentage of fluoride. So isn't it interesting? They changed the whole thing around, make PVC pipes, and add fluoride. I mean, you can't say that's a coincidence. You know what I mean? Shout out to Becca, who said, and Nebraska has been on fire for 7 days now, over 800,000 acres burned. No one has a clue. You know what, Becca? I did a post about Nebraska today. Did I post it? Hold on a sec. Boom, bang, bing. Damn, I didn't even post it. I have it. Let me double check. Am I tripping? Boom, bang, bang. I could have sworn I made an entire post today about, oh, no, my phone was gimping out, and I guess I didn't, or did I? Okay, well, I have it saved on my phone to make it into a post immediately, but yeah. Nebraska also produces so much beef, it's freaking wild. I'm sure it was a space laser that started that fire and engineered weather to keep it burning and to keep the wind blowing at it. There's no way it's a coincidence, man. I don't even know what the last organic wildfire was. It certainly wasn't what happened in Los Angeles, or what is it called? Palisades and all that, the Pacific Palisades. Like, fuck, man. The forest is still standing. The houses are gone. What can you say about that, dude? Freaking wild. Wow. And Becca is in Nebraska. She said, we are, oh no, she said, we are the beef state. And they don't want people eating meat anymore because it's apparently bad for the climate, and they want to lab grow the meat. Well, they can't force people into that, but they can strong arm them into it by making it harder and harder to get actual beef. Now, let me ask you this, though, Becca, because 800,000 acres, I'm pretty sure people are saying is the size of Rhode Island. Is that affecting, I mean, it could be obvious, but wow, last Thursday, 24 documented wildfires ignited within hours. Are you shitting me, Becca? Send me that on Instagram. I'll make a post about that tonight because that is freaking wild. But my question to you is this. Did it affect a bunch of farms? I know that may be a stupid question, but like, was it a part of Nebraska that's just kind of in the sticks and they're burning the forest, which does suck too, or was it like wiping out all the ranches? Because that's freaking wild. 2 people are checking out right now on the site, by the way. We have 2 bags of lit left, but there's still a bunch of other people on the site. So if you're on the site right now, quickly place your order with the discount code 26life to make sure you get the freebies included. This is the last call. We're about to wrap up the live because I have this Nebraska post to make now, which I have some screenshots saved to green screen it. But I want to hear if you're telling me for sure that they freaking, oh, wow, it's all ranches. So it's a fire that's affecting a bajillion ranches. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And are we going to say that that's because of the climate? See, this is the double whammy. That's a GIMP. They burn everything up and they blame it on climate change. While the climate change is the chemtrails that modify the weather, that make it drought, that make it dry. And then they burn it up, blame the climate, blame us for driving our cars. It's quite the psyop. Eh? Like, it's quite the devious plan, man. I tell you, man, it is so crazy. Yeah, Sonny said it right. All you need to do is use cow manure to grow food. That's right. Or even sheep manure, which takes even less time to decompose to become really good for the soil, I hear. So you farmers will know if the one guy in here, Truth Mystery, 4th generation, 5th generation farmer, he knows about sheep manure, man. He probably has 100 sheep. And like I said, a man's wealth used to be measured by how many cattle he owned, how many head of cattle he owned. So we do need to own cows again, man. Before, they need to be like microchipped, data-based, and connected to AI. And then we all not do that. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I will say, hold on a sec. That sound mind and sound body, man. Detoxing, pineal gland, hormones, fertility. I'm telling you that too, that ashwagandha that's in the male and female stack, it is a game changer on your sleep quality because we know the frequencies we're surrounded with from the cell towers, the Wi-Fi, and the smart meters. It does disrupt your ability to produce melatonin, which does disrupt the depth and quality of your sleep. It's pretty freaking wild. It's absolutely insane that it's happening and no one's talking about it because there's so much other shit to talk about. All of it's important though, man. And we do need to really be calibrating our systems to be at peak mental function right now, man. 100%. Because with the deceptions that are coming around the corner, we, let's just say, don't want to be deceived. Cattle and other animals eat the grasses. So this isn't just cattle, it's forming the grasses for the feed. So much feed that was rolled, burned, gone. Wow, Becca. So this already has become a total, like, how many years would it take to recover? Yeah, I'm going to cover that tomorrow with like 4 different posts, man. Nebraska burning is a big freaking deal. Okay, hold on a second. What we're going to do is we're going to extend the freebie deal so that, because there's a bunch of people on the site and the shilajit that's in there, keep in mind, heavy metal tested, clinically studied, hot water purified, that's in the male and female stack. You will not regret changing your life by getting superfoods. Yes, you can take ashwagandha in the evening, goddessy. It's actually, some people prefer to take it that way. I like taking it in the morning, and some herbalists will go back and forth on it. But something about food gone for 140,000 head of cattle. I'm taking a picture of that because if that's the case, Becca, send me like all the I'll research it too. But Becca, send me all that you know about what's going on in Nebraska, and I'll make a big post on it. The ashwagandha, some people say morning, some people say night, but the main thing is that if you get it into you consistently, you're going to be experiencing the full range of benefits that are clinically studied. And we're talking about something that's going to massively increase cognition, focus, mental clarity, and your memory, which, what kind of price do you put on that, man? Thank you, Becca. I look forward to your message. And yeah, exactly, Isaiah. That's another thing too. So listen, guys, we're going to be live again tomorrow. Make sure that you have your live notifications on. Get your free lit tonight. I don't know how long we're doing the free lit, if we're doing it much longer. But right now, if you order with the code 26life, 26LIFE on the male or female stack, you're getting that free lit included in your order. So make sure you place that ASAP. We'll see you guys on tomorrow's live. Keep your head on a swivel. Do not fall for the strangeness that they're going to push on us with this climate lockdown, energy lockdown bullshit. All right? So I'll see you guys in the next one. Much love, everyone.